Welcome, my Phoenix family, to One-Footed Phoenix. As an amputee, I think it's always good to have a backup plan. So not only do I recommend that you have a wheelchair that fits you well, but I also recommend that you have a way to get in and out of your house in such a wheelchair. This is where today's video comes in, where I will be reviewing the Highlander 2 from Salt Lake Stair Lifts and giving you guys the complete rundown of why a wheelchair lift can be even superior to a ramp outside of your home. So to start off with, we'll start with going down the lift and what that actually looks like. So as you can see, I'm at an angle right now, but that's just so I can face the camera. Normally when you roll on, you will want to be straight on the platform, so I will readjust for that. Over to my right side, because I have just gotten onto the platform, is the buttons to control the lift up and down. You will also notice there is an emergency stop, and if that gets bumped or pulled, all of the lights above here will show red. You can only operate the lift when the lights are showing green. This is how easy it is to go up or down on the lift. Wait for a second, and the lift starts lowering. As the lift lowers, you will notice that the ramp comes down, hits the cement on the garage, and I can freely roll off of the lift. Very easy to use, but also, I don't have to shovel snow off of this every single winter. And that is a big perk to having a wheelchair lift, especially in a covered area, because there is no more snow that my dad has to shovel every time I want to leave the house in the winter. If you're in Utah especially, this will make a huge difference in your quality of life. So I roll up onto the platform, and now I can easily lock my brakes. That is important. Make sure you lock your brakes before you operate the lift so that you don't go sliding around or off of the lift. And now I just push the button up. So even someone with limited hand function can use this lift quite easily. And it's really fast. Look at that, I'm already up to the top of the platform where I need to enter back into the house from our garage. So now I'm going to show you a completely different perspective of the lift, but also show you how easy it is to carry groceries or something like this big heavy bag with my wheelchair push assist system all the way up the lift and down the lift. And I even have carried big, huge, multiple bags of groceries in and out of the house with the lift. So now that I'm positioned to get up the ramp, I'll show you exactly how to do that. I also can do this with only pushing on one hand on one side of the wheelchair, so keep that in mind. For example, if I'm carrying a whole bunch of groceries into the house, I can do it with one hand, but it is a little more difficult. So here we go. And just to show you how I can do it with one hand, you can come up here, you can grab onto the wall if needed, and you're up onto the platform. And ta-da, there you go. Now I can get up just like so, and you'll see what the lift looks like even underneath as I come up. And it really doesn't take too long to get up to the height of the platform. Just like so, I can go inside now with my groceries or whatever I need to carry to and from the vehicle, which is fantastic when you're in a wheelchair and have all of your hands full. So one more time, I'm going to show you coming down. And this lift is bolted into the cement down below. So if you see those rivets at the bottom of the tower and those poles, those are bolted into the cement. So this baby is not going anywhere. So down we go. And in just a moment, I will show you how to use the call button to send the lift back up or down when no one is in it, pushing the button to come up or down. So exiting the lift is quite easy. So here on the wall, I have a call and send button. These buttons will send it up or down without anyone having to be in the lift. So this is really cool because I can send the lift right back up to be flush with the platform and not have to worry about locking the baby gate at the top of the platform. The gate at the top of the platform is really only there for like if there's small kids that try to jump off the platform. And it's more of a safety measure, so you really don't need to buy the gate with the lift. But if you do decide to buy the gate with the lift, it's a door that just swings open instead of like pulling across like the gate that we have at the top of the platform. So setting it up is really easy. You just push the button and hold it in. And make sure you're out of the way of the ramp, because as you can see, I wasn't quite all the way out of the way when it tried to lift up. But there you go, now it's up. And as I get more things cleared out of my garage, I don't think that will be much of an issue that it will be catching the wheels of my wheelchair as I try to send it back up. This Highlander 2 lift has a 750-pound capacity. It can lift mobility scooters to mobilized wheelchairs that are electric with huge and heavy batteries. As you can see, it's bolted down to the cement with only a few holes, so even once I remove this lift from this home, there will be very little damage to the home itself when it is removed and moved to another home, which is a big reason why I chose this lift, because this lift can lift up to 53 inches. So when I go to move with my husband, when I eventually find that right person for me, I will be able to move this lift and pay Salt Lake Stair Lifts to come and get the lift and reinstall it at our new location so that I have access for many years to come into my home. Here's our platform that we had built. We put carpet on the steps to keep from tracking things into the house. You can also put a rug inside the lift, but just make sure that it will not interfere with the ramp or when it comes flush with your platform. You just want to make sure it's only in the small platform area that is flat. Okay, finally, to show you guys how much more difficult it really is to use a ramp that is on the outside of our house, I'm going to show you guys what it actually looks like coming up the ramp with only one hand or having to use both hands to pull myself up the railing in a manual wheelchair. It might be a little more easier to use a ramp, sure, in a motorized wheelchair, but then you have to shovel it. And who wants to do that when they're in a wheelchair? Like, not me. And definitely not my dad. We've had enough snow in Utah that we definitely don't want to keep shoveling this thing off. Plus, it gets slick in the winter and it requires special salt, so really, truly, the wheelchair lift is a much more superior option. Can you see how much more difficult it was to pull up that thing than it is to get on the small little short ramp of the wheelchair lift? If you could see that, I definitely encourage you to give Salt Lake Stair Lifts a call, especially if you're in the Utah area. They have great service, we're quite quick in getting the order in, and even were able to wait until I could get the payment through all of the bank accounts. So if you're in the market for needing a wheelchair lift, definitely give Salt Lake Stair Lifts a call, especially if you live in the Utah area. They have incredible service, were quite quick in the installation, got it all done in just a couple hours, and the lift was ready to go and completely operational. And they even waited a little while to get the payment so that they can make the order, and even the order only took about 2.5 weeks to get in. So that is quite quick if you think about it. Alright, so whether you're watching this video on YouTube or if you're watching it within the Google review for Salt Lake Stair Lifts, make sure you check out the One Footed Phoenix YouTube channel and subscribe for more videos on tips, tricks, and ways to live the best you can live with an amputation or life in a wheelchair. Until next time, thanks for watching.